Hi, my name is Allison Chatrchyan, and I am the Stakeholder Engagement Director for the AI Leaf Institute. And a little bit about me. I came to Cornell University about 14 years ago, and I've worked in the Earth and Atmospheric Science Department, and then now in the Soil and Crop Sciences Department in the College of Ag and Life Sciences. And I am a social scientist. I have my PhD in international environmental politics and policy. And so I've always worked at the interface of environment and agriculture and policy and uh, stakeholder engagement. What excites me about my research and my work with AI Leaf is that I really get to work with such great people from the University of Minnesota, from Delaware State University, from Colorado State University, and from Purdue. And that has been fantastic. We meet once a week with our education and workforce development team. And those of us that are working on extension, education, stakeholder engagement, we're doing two things. We're conducting research on how stakeholders understand AI and AI improved decision support tools that will help farmers and extension and agricultural consultants make stronger decisions about reducing emissions and increasing resiliency and sustainability on their farm. So we're conducting research, and that means that we work with our team to identify extension educators and farmers and invite them to meet with us through focus groups. And then we ask them a series of questions and we record those. They're about an hour and a half interview with a group of like-minded individuals. And then we transcribe those and analyze them. And we're in the process of publishing two papers that'll be published in journals. And we also made that material available to the entire AI Leaf Institute, about 60 researchers, to let them know what farmers and what extension really need from them. So that's part of my research. The other part of my work I'm excited about is that we're taking the research from our computer scientists and our agricultural scientists with the Institute, and we're working to develop curriculum to train undergraduate students, to train farmers, and help them better understand how AI can help them. I want to talk a little bit about how my project is trying to meaningfully improve outcomes in land management or crop productivity. So, as a social scientist, I would say that there are a lot of solutions that we know will work to improve resiliency or increase energy efficiency on farms or reduce emissions. And there's a lot of technology there. There's a lot of practices that farmers can adopt. But oftentimes, the blockage and the challenge is that farmers may not be aware of the practices, or they're unsure about adopting them. Their business has to be profitable, and so they can't take a lot of risks in adopting a new practice. And they're often unsure about AI and is it going to give them meaningful, accurate information. And so, what we are trying to do is help improve their understanding of AI tools. And I hope that that will eventually help them to adopt those tools and help make sure that our agricultural systems are the most efficient and the most advanced anywhere in the world. I also want to talk about my dream AI for agriculture and forestry project. And it's actually a project that we talked about at our Cornell AI Leaf Institute retreat this fall. And Candace Hulbert and I and our educators with the Climate Smart Farming team at Cornell have been working for a few years now to develop an adaptation guide for farmers in the northeastern United States. And this has been working with the USDA. And what we want to do is take a paper product or a PDF of a product that is a planning tool for farmers, and it helps them identify what are the climate risks on their farm, where is the flooding occurring on the farm, where are the impacts occurring with heat stress or temperature increases or pests or flooding. And then it helps them identify the ways they can adapt, the practices they can adopt, or new management tools they can put in place. But it's all a paper product. And what we want to do now with the new AI Leaf Institute team, with working with Jim Wolgenbush from Minnesota and hopefully some other researchers here from Minnesota, Colorado State, Cornell, Purdue, is really make that adaptation guide AI infused. And so they could look up using maybe the soil digital twin data, look up the soil erosion properties on their farm, or look up and get very accurate climate projections for their farm. And these would be using the AI model tools that we have, and it would all be in one place. And they could pull up the location of their farm and then pull in the data that they need and then enter what's occurring on their farm into a document on the computer and then print it out and then be able to go back a year later, try and implement some of those practices and see if that monitor how that improved adaptation on their farm. So that would be a dream to make that come true. And I hope that we can work with our Institute team on that. You can always reach me at amc256@cornell.edu if you want to reach out and learn more. And I hope you all have a great week. Thank you.